Hey, yo, fellowship was what up? Welcome to the Fellowship Hall with the Twins and Ralph. I am Ralph, a.k.a. Big Ham, a.k.a. the smartest one in the room, and the back of my fellas. Twin number one, Keith. Twin number two, Ken. Fellas, holla at the people today.
What's up, fellowship? It's your boy Ken, a.k.a. the odd man out. Thanks for tuning in with us today.
What's up, fellowship? This is your boy Keith, the moderator. You know me. I know you. Let's go ahead and get started. You know what we're doing today. We are doing Power Book 4, Force, episode 9, the episode before the season finale. And what an episode it was. Big Ham, go ahead and start it off and let us know what you thought about this episode.
Man, you know, my thoughts are I hope it wasn't enough going on for Kendrick. I hope something was happening for Kendrick.
Lots of
yeah, man. It seemed like, man, everybody, bro, Tubby got everybody jealous. Everybody wants to be Tubby. Everybody gunning after Tubby. Everybody got a problem with Tubby. And all he doing is just trying to get some work in. All he doing is trying to get some work in. I don't think he has ever tried to infiltrate upon, has never tried to infiltrate upon Walter's territory. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he ever tried to do that. I don't think he's ever tried to just go after CBI business. Matter of fact, I think he helped them gain a whole Serbian pipeline, right?
Yep,
he did.
Why is everybody gunning after Tubby so hard, man? It's just crazy, bro. It's just crazy. So now, you know, Walter Flynn, which I don't know for sure, but he's the one who's behind the attack on
he was
Vic or not.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if the Serbs were just trying to get their revenge, but you know, they allowed Tommy to take dude out right there, so that was kind of crazy. But the fact that he's trying to pin this all on Tommy when it's not on Tommy is terribly suspicious to me. And the fact that Vic is just falling in line with his father's line of thinking without thinking for himself like he should. He tried to in the beginning.
He hurt. Yeah, he hurt, man.
Yeah, but come on, man. You yourself saw that dude try to get you out of town without getting killed, man. And you didn't listen to him then and not look at you. And then now you want to go with what your father's saying.
Yeah.
So that was crazy to me. But
down to
man, and if you don't mind, we're going to intertwine the two shows that we do on Snowfall or Power because Jenard
I'll allow it.
You don't really have a choice, but I was just being polite. I was gonna do it no matter what.
Hey,
but,
go ahead.
You see the guy that plays Jenard on Snowfall, he is
Little Rock's
brother-in-law, and his ear is normal on Snowfall.
He did have a normal ear. I was going to mention that also.
So this must be a character, a potential character flaw that they put in for him just for power. So I noticed that.
I think it's like it in real life.
Yeah, or Snowfall corrected it because didn't he have it on what was the show with The Rock?
Ballers.
Didn't he have the cauliflower ear on Ballers also?
I think he have it. I think he have it in real life. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know. I didn't know. I just thought his ear was entirely normal on Snowfall.
But this Power Book 4 Force though. So
man, shut up, dude.
But anyway, I'm fine with a Big Ham because I was gonna mention it too.
Okay, so but yeah, we saw the young dudes go and make the move with their crazy cousin and Gary. Tubby wasn't pleased about it, and you know, and I don't think Jenard wasn't pleased about it once he found out because he tried to kill him. On top of, I'm interested to see how Diamond is going to play this now that he knows Jenard is just like a true snake. You know, now he knows Jenard is a true snake.
Since you brought it up, let me interrupt. Let me interrupt
what
twice.
The next step is.
Let me interrupt twice, Big Ham. Sorry about that. So first, when you said about Tommy, they tried to take Dahlia to the crazy cousin from Gary, and Tommy was kind of upset about it. One thing about Tommy is, and this is TV in general, is just tell the people what you need to tell them in the moment and stop letting them derail you completely.
He got mad, man. He got emotional.
Right.
He got emotional with his brother. Then he got emotional with his brother again and told him that it was his son that got shot. Like, just tell him. Yeah. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing is Diamond found out that Jenard was a snake, like we've been saying all along, brothers. And he still wouldn't work with Tommy. Like, I feel like that was his opportunity to work with Tommy.
He was not working with Tommy. He was saying, I can't put resources to you. Yeah, I can't just give you resources from my organization just because you come and ask.
Yeah, but
and really with him knowing Jenard's a snake, he probably wasn't at liberty to give his resources out anyway because he don't know who he can and cannot trust.
Understand, but I think at the same time, Diamond has to realize that he is severely weakened, so he needs an ally, and that was his chance. That was his chance to make Tommy. But anyway, go ahead, Big M.
Yeah, but I was pretty much done, man. So there's a storyline. We got the war coming next week. We shut up, bro. We got the war coming next week, so we're going to have to see how Tommy's able to survive this because we know we got the 4 horsemen coming from Ireland. You got the Flynn organization coming. Tommy the winning ganged up with the Serbs, so now you got some backup. Yeah. And now, unbeknownst to Tommy, Jenard and his little right hand man is also trying to pull down on him because they're trying to kill. They're trying to kill JB. Well, not JB.
They never tried to kill JB's son.
D-Mac. They're trying to kill D-Mac. So you got that going. So finally, hopefully, enough is happening for Ken that we can enjoy this without being a Debbie Downer. And I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to the season finale. It looks like it's going to end a lot of fireworks, a lot of shooting, a lot of war going on. So it should be exciting. I'm anticipating.
Hopefully some loose ends tied up, man. Like don't just give us this teaser of this war that's coming. Like I don't want to see a cliffhanger at the end of this season. Like
you gotta have something going in for season 2.
Right.
Not for everything though, but I'm saying I don't want to I don't want the season to end with Vic not knowing that Tommy didn't do it, or I don't want the season to end with Claude not knowing that Tommy only talked to the Serbs to make sure he was protected, or he killed the person that killed Gloria. I want some of that stuff to be tied up.
You know what? I'm fine with it because I'm fine with Claudia and Vic both being dead.
Okay, go ahead, Ken.
Let's wait till we get to this.
Vic is innocent, man. Vic is innocent. Go ahead, Ken.
He's not innocent. I thought it was a good episode this week. And I've just finally come to the realization that this is just the way the show is, man. It's no more of me saying nothing, not enough is happening, blah, blah, blah. It's just the way the show is. And a lot happened this week. I'm happy that at least JP know about the son. Tommy got all that, squared away, even though the boys have dead, at least JP know about it. And Tommy said, I've been knowing about it for a minute, but it's only been like a couple of days, right? But I guess
he got him in the organization. Yeah, he got him in the organization. It probably took some time for that too.
Okay.
But at least Tommy did the right thing and saying you gotta tell him,
Yeah.
So he was doing the right thing. It was just late. And he was gonna tell JP, which one JP earlier, and he didn't do it because he got mad about his Kate stuff. And now Kate got a phone disconnect. Like it's so much craziness going on, and it's always Tommy. Rab, what did was it the 5 heartbeats or Temptations where they say it's lonely at the top?
Hold on, wait. It's only the top. Nah, it gotta be 5 heartbeats.
Like it's only at the top. Flash or something. Flash.
Probably Flash.
Flash. Flash. Heartbeats.
Again, we derailed it off on the show that we don't even pod about. This is a movie.
Go ahead,
I'm trying to. I'm trying.
Nice like this.
Okay.
I wish Ray dropped the fall, bro.
Yeah.
Is there a hard house like kid?
Y'all done?
Stand up, kid.
Let it rain. Let it rain on me.
Anyway, check this out. Dang. Go ahead, kid.
Oh, me. Anyway. So
JP, you were talking about JP.
I'm the leader of the 5 heartbeats. They call me Rock.
All right. Let's get back on task.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. Sorry about that. But anyway, man, so JP found out about it, and Tommy taking the boy to see him, and then the hit all of a sudden come out. They going after him first when the cousin, I forget his name, is the one that at least made the meeting set up. So I don't know, maybe they'll get him off screen. But anyway, once again, one of the writing flaws that bothers me. They got 2 hitters shooting at Tommy and the boy. Tommy pushed the boy, stand up there facing them, unprotected, firing. Don't get hit. He take out somebody, and the boy get hit.
Somebody.
I ain't calling you Uncle Tommy. I'm gonna call you maybe Tom or something.
Uncle Tommy.
Yeah, man, weak. But anyway, so at least
sound like Rick for a second. Go ahead, man.
That's the parallel they were trying to draw, though.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah. But at least at least JP got to see him before. It's obviously he's not gonna die because in next week's episode they show him saying, "Find out who did this." Blah blah blah. So I'm happy about that. The most disappointing thing for me was the Flynn family. Obviously, Walter is being Walter. Vic immediately knew that Tommy wouldn't do it, but let his dad trick his mind. So Vic kind of weak. Vic kind of weak anyway.
Vic emotional. He saw the love of his life die.
He weak too, man, because Tommy told him what was gonna happen. Tommy told him to take back roads, and he did the opposite of what Tommy told him to do. Got hit, and still weak enough to believe that Tommy was the one that set him up. But my most disappointing one is Claudia. Claudia is the smart one. She was like, if Tommy wanted you dead, he would have killed you himself. And then
Tommy told her.
Tommy told you to take back roads, but you didn't do it, and then you got hit.
Exactly.
Why would Tommy be working with the Serbs? And then as soon as Walter dangled that you'll get a seat at the table in the war room, she immediately abandoned Tommy, stopped taking his phone calls, and believed that he did it.
I don't think she believed he did it just yet, Ken. I think
that she saw him with the Serbs, but she saw avoiding his calls,
avoiding him.
Even when he came there, she was still acting salty with him and gave him a little wash your back comment at the end. That's true. Gloria is, not Gloria, but Claudia is still doing the same thing she's been doing all along. Trying to
crazy part about it though,
trying to be at the table.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ken, but the crazy part about her even believing that is she been working with Tubby
the whole time.
She been working with Tubby the whole time.
Yep.
So why would she think? I don't know, man. I don't know how they let their father manipulate them that way. But
Tommy that helped her cover up 2 bodies, man.
Right.
Yeah.
The girl and the dude that was a
4
friend
bodies.
at first.
4 bodies.
4 bodies.
Because she had to take care of the bodyguards.
Yeah, you're right.
But and so that's the stuff that bothers me. Obviously, you got loyalty to your family, but Walter been treating her bad in a sense from a business standpoint, treating her poorly from the crime side of the business all along. And she immediately want to jump in the bed with them. Well, not jump in the bed, but get back on board with him to do something she wouldn't want to do her whole life, betraying the one guy that gave her the shot that she been wanting all along, and that's what bothers me. But yeah, other than that,
but Kendra, wait a minute, Kendra, but that imitates life, though, right?
It does. That's what I'm saying. Loyalty to family is loyalty to family, man. Yeah. So that's just what it is. And whether it's good or bad, if you got family and you love them, if it's unconditional love, you're gonna always try to be there, and you want to believe the best for them and believe their intentions are the best, and that's what she's doing. But I'm still disappointed because she should be the one that's smart. Vic, they've kind of portrayed Vic as a weak player in the from a sense of the game. Maybe he can kill people and stuff like that, but he's not really into the game like his dad wants him to be. He wanted to be that romantic and have that relationship, whereas Claudia was a diehard for the game. Even so, Paulie is the only other person that's smart enough to see what's going on, and and Walter always being mean to him, always shutting him out, and he's still loyal to the family, still follow the orders and everything. He's like, if Egan want the boy dead, he would have killed him. Why would Egan be working with the Serbs? It's like it's things like that, and so I'm worried that Paulie is not gonna make it for the whole season, or
I wouldn't say worried.
The next season.
I ain't saying I was like, man, I hope he don't get killed next episode.
But I think he's probably gonna lose his life at some point. And then the whole son ain't even came back since episode 2 or 3. They mentioned his son, and then nothing came out from it. Yeah. But I thought it was a good episode. A lot of stuff happened. I'm disappointed. And then the last thing I'll end on is I'm worried there's gonna be some conflict between Tommy and Liliana, because the money that he gave the Serbs, that was some of Liliana's money too, right?
The way they made it look, the way they made it look, he had taken the cereal boxes out too, so it seemed like he had got some of her stash also.
And then even when he was pulling up the money from the little fireman pole block, it was still a brick of their old cocaine there, and he kind of saw that, paused, and then kept going. So I'm worried that that's some of Liliana's money. So I hope it doesn't cause
he gave them $2 million when they only asked for 1.5.
Yeah,
right, he gave him extra $500,000 for the name.
Yeah, for the name of the dude that killed Gloria.
And I'm sorry, the last thing I said, the reason I think Walter set it up is because even when Claudia said, "You're right, die," it was Tommy. I just saw him with Merkinich. The dad was shocked. You know what I mean? I mean, he was visibly shocked to us. They obviously didn't catch it, but he was visibly shocked to us.
Yeah.
So I still think Walter had something to go, had a hand in it. But I thought it was a good episode.
It was a good episode, and mine will be short because I think you guys covered most of it. One thing you didn't bring up, which I'm glad you didn't bring it up, is our good old friend Seamus. Now we know his name is Seamus, but since we would call him Seamus from the beginning, we're gonna keep calling him Seamus because that's what he looked like now. Seamus.
Okay.
Well, I mean, a name that doesn't deserve a person that doesn't deserve to have respect on his name. That's what he is.
Oh, I got you. I didn't know where you were going with this.
Yeah, and the cop that he's being blackmailed by, I almost dislike him more than Seamus, but I can't because of what Seamus does afterwards. Wait a minute, because of what Seamus does afterwards. Seamus immediately goes to Diamond to break up his stuff, and Diamond gives it to him. He hit him in the face for no reason. Like he hit him in the face for no reason, just to be angry. So obviously it's some kind of backstory that they haven't let us in on because Diamond told the woman.
He mad about the sister. He mad about his sister. His sister got hooked on the
bad drugs, and now she's sick. He had to take care of her.
Right, and he blamed Diamond for it.
Yeah, okay, I give you that. But he said like my past catching up with me, but he's still dealing with the coke and stuff. So I just wonder if it's something else that him and Seamus got some more connection besides just his sister. So I guess we'll see.
I think he just didn't want to let her know what exactly what the specifications were, but it was some stuff from his past.
Okay.
But my thing is this.
That's
my thing is this about Seamus. Kill the dude.
Kill the dude. That's exactly what he should have done. Kill him.
Kill a dude. Get Vic them to kill him. Get Diamond them to kill him.
Think about it. I have your money tonight. Meet me here.
Yep. Meet me here. Insert gun. Pow.
Exactly, man.
It's over with.
First of all, listen, man. Like I don't know this stuff in real life, but as far as a TV show, Dirty Cop, these jokers don't have no regret about doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. So kill this sapsucker.
As long as it don't come back on him, he should not care
at all. Dirty.
He's already dirty. He's already dirty, thing, man. That's another thing that bothers me. Instead of him being a man doing what he needs to do, he go put his foot on somebody else's neck unnecessarily. Okay, I'm mad about my sister, but still, man. Man. Yeah, Seamus, get out of here, man. I don't want to spoil the next segment, but Seamus, get out of here. All right, fellas, I know we were off a week because the show was off for some reason. I know 50 been on the internet talking bad about stars, so we'll see how it goes.
Did the episode get leaked?
They said this episode got leaked last week, but really? I didn't see it in any way.
They said both episodes got leaked.
Oh, really? Okay, well, maybe some people know. But don't tell us in the comments, fellas. Tell us what you thought about our reaction day, and tell us, your thoughts about today's show. Of course, we'll
tell us what you think about the 5 heartbeats.
There you go. All right, Brad. You know what time it is. Time for our next segment, the Gots to Go segment. Big Ham,
it's time for our Gots to Go segment. And this is where we tell you about the 3 people from 3 to 1 that we feel needs to be brutally murdered off because they are causing problems for our criminal protagonists. These people are making things hard for Tommy to move through the system, and these people got to be excommunicated. These people got to be killed off the show, man. Yeah. They got to get out the way. They got to go of the way of street justice. They got to go.
Street justice.
All right, Ken, we're going to let you start it off. Who's your number 3 guest? Oh, okay.
My number 3 Gots to Go is an oldie but a goodie. I don't think a week has passed without him being on the list. Number 3, Walter Flynn.
Whoa.
Walter Flynn.
Walter Flynn has got to go, man. There's no question about it. Everything he's doing is dirty, underhanded. He's betraying his family, even though he supposedly loves his family. I'm not sure that he didn't set up Gloria to die. I know he did. I know he told Polly not to. I know he told Polly not to, but maybe he wanted to keep Polly in the dark too and set it up on his own.
That wouldn't surprise me. Here's what I think. Walter Flynn is gone the route of Jenard, where everything is about killing Tommy, and he has no real reason to want to do so. Yeah. That's what I don't understand. Is he mad at Tommy because Tommy did fought with the Serbs where Vic helped him out, and now the Serbs coming after Vic? He wants Tommy killed because he can't control his children like he wants to. Tommy gave them a way out, or at least another way to do things without having Daddy hold their hand, and he wants Tommy dead because of that.
He don't even know Claudia working with Tommy, and he still want him gone.
Yep.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go with my number 3. And my number 3 guys to go, I think, is I foreshadowed it already. It's our good friend Seamus Bennigan. And it's because of the stuff that I said earlier, man. Like, he's a dirty cop. Okay, we get it. We don't like dirty cops. Dirty cops always bad for our criminal protagonists. But this guy is getting muscled himself. So not only is he a dirty cop, he a weak dirty cop.
A weak dirty
Right.
cop.
A weak dirty cop. And so he becomes weak and he goes out and takes it out on his own. He didn't go to Vic and say, hey, I need a little bit more money to kick back to this guy, or what do you think we should do about this guy? He went back straight to Diamond, hit him in the face for no reason, and then went and took some money from him. And then Diamond gave him a little bit extra. I don't need this weak cop pressing Diamond and Diamond being compassionate and giving him more money than he asked for. Come on, man. Get Siemens out of here.
That was a good move on Diamond part also. Yeah. I'm just got to call it, man.
I know, man. He got a heart.
He's trying to pay for his sins, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
man,
he's still in that game, but he's trying to pay for his sins. He also may be thinking that that's gonna keep him off his back.
Leave alone. Yeah.
But just like the white dirty cop, just like the white dirty cop, you give a little bit, you gonna keep asking for more. Once you get that taste, man.
But to Kid's credit, he wouldn't have got nothing but 100 from me. And he better have backed it. If he got 100 from me, he better have backed up all the way out the front door.
Listen, man. Seamus should have took every drop of money in there. That's still weak. Give me all of it. Just 100 to get me going. Shut up, man. Take it all or take nothing.
And you know what? He took extra for himself. He on the old dude 50.
Yeah, that's a good point, kid. But I think he's taking it for the next round. The dude come at him because he can't ask Vic now. Ralph, go ahead. Give us your number 3.
My number 3, it got to go, is Walter Flynn, man.
Yes.
I'm locked up with Kid. Like, why? Why are you so worried about Tommy? You got a whole mob organization you could be running. You got a whole lot of business of your own self to be taken care of. You need to be taking care of your own health. And you worry about Tubby just out of strictly pettiness. Pettiness. Tubby hasn't bothered your business at all.
Yeah.
Or much. Matter of fact, he's only selling a whole completely different drug that you don't even know about. Yet it's still, you try to get him killed because of why? Ego. That's all. Why? Because you feel like he's a formidable opponent, he's a formidable guy, and you feel like he possibly could take your spot, even though he ain't trying to. And it's just ego. So my number 3 got to go is Walter Flynn.
Snake it back.
Number 2. On top of who he has always been. You know, the racist, sexist Walter Flynn.
Exactly. Snake it back and give us number 2, Big Ham.
My number 2 was Jenard, man.
Okay.
Jenard, once again, somebody else who was completely obsessed with Tommy, much so to the fact that you were going to backstab, you going to blackmail, backstab, just turn completely crazy. And just do your own blood wrong, dog. Your own blood. You willing to do all that? You didn't exercise the whole plan. Take a dive, make him think he's running things. Go ahead and pull somebody from New Orleans back to the city, just so you can try to that's just it just make my blood boil. And the move that he's trying to make on his own brother, who was
smart move announcing your plan in a common location where your brother could walk in at any time too.
No, he had the door closed.
No, he had it closed. Diamond open it.
No, it was cracked already.
Was it cracked already?
It was already cracked. I can hear him.
It was cracked. Yeah.
Listen,
but I'm surprised they couldn't hear him walking around upstairs.
Idiots.
They were talking too loud.
Idiots. Hey, listen, man. First of all, if you're gonna talk in the spot like that, why not talk upstairs so you can see people come inside? I didn't know you were here. Lord have mercy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give you
That's philosophical. That's on some real stuff, bro.
Let me go ahead and give y'all my number 2. My number 2, and we have, Ken said it's always the same few earlier in the pods. It's always the same few people. But this episode, I feel like I could have had like 5 or 6 guys to go. So it was tough for me to whittle them down.
Yes.
But I whittled down my number 2 to somebody that I rarely put on my list, and that's old Claudia Flynn. And it's because Claudia Flynn has been living with her dad and Vic to some point, but I leave Vic out of it. But living with her dad her whole life and knows how her dad has been pushing her to the side, keeping her down, as if she wants to say, keeping it just for the men folk. And then she finally get a business partner that looks out for her, hips her to the game, and she immediately, not immediately, I mean, but it was fast enough for me. She immediately questioned him and like, I don't know if Tommy would do that, but was so easily, persuaded to the opposite. And when he came up to see her, manipulate. When he came up to see her, she could have talked it out, but instead she was accusing him of already being guilty. So Claudia, man, because she knew the facts. Or she knew, the real deal, and she immediately flipped just because. And trust but verify. You ever heard that phrase? She saw him talking to the Serbs. She should have circled back or called him or something and said, "Hey, I saw you talking to the Serbs. What was that about?" But I guess that's maybe not good TV, right? Anyway, my number 2, Claudia Flynn. Ken, go ahead and give us your number 2.
My number 2 is Vic Flynn. Vic Flynn is got on my nerve this episode. My nerves this episode. Here's the thing. Walter is a jerk. We know Walter's a jerk. Walter has lived on the Gots to Go list. I mean, he has a permanent residence there.
Permanent.
But the kids, they all have their beefs with their dad. Their dad treats them like garbage a lot of times, makes them mad, disregards their thoughts and opinions, and yet they'll so easily go against their own minds, their own thinking, the logic that they've seen. Vic has worked with Tommy, and Tommy has not backstabbed Vic. The first time Tommy met him and took him into their basement with those cats, Tommy saved their lives.
Saved their life, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Tommy, they did a business deal together, and Vic got his 33% or whatever. Everything was cool, and yet immediately when this happened, instead of thinking, "Hey man, Tommy tried to warn me before it happened," he warned me before it happened. He didn't.
He was saying that to his dad at first.
Route. Mm-hmm. I know what I'm saying, but even though he said this out, he still allowed it to be, disposed of because of what his dad said. Tommy told me to take back roads. I didn't take the back roads, and I got hit. Mm-hmm. But no, he's not smart enough to put that together. All he's saying is, "Yeah, Dad said this. Oh yeah, he probably wanted Gloria back and all that junk." No, nobody want Gloria. That's the thing though, man. So Vic could have survived the list.
Tommy slick water. He's slick water. He just hard enough to let it go.
Yeah, business.
Okay. Yeah, my bad. But anyway, that was for dramatic of my guys. That you just ruined. But anyway, that's the thing, man. Vic could have even faked it with his dad, but in his mind thought, okay, something ain't right, because Tommy said Dad was gonna have her killed. I survived and she didn't. Mm-hmm. Even when he was talking to Claudia, when Claudia was telling him, "Hey, this doesn't make sense," he was still doubling down on it.
Whose side you on?
Yep, Vic got to go because Vic is too weak. Just like you said about Seamus. Oh, he a dirty cop, but you can't be a dirty, weak cop. You can't be a weak gangster, and that's what Vic is. Easily manipulated, easily, turned away from his own thoughts by his dad. Vic is my number 2. Got to go.
Okay. All right, Ken, go ahead. No, let me interrupt the snake and give you my number 3 because it's already been said. My number one, rather. My number one. Yeah, my number 1 got to go is Walter Flynn. And it's because he is the catalyst for all of the destruction and chaos.
But he's always been the catalyst. Keep that in mind, Keith. That's why I had him number 3. He's always been the same.
He's always been the same, but I think this episode he stepped it up a little bit more because he capitalized on something that he potentially caused himself to put Tommy in a bad light. And not only does he got Vic thinking Tommy bad, now he got Claudia thinking Tommy bad. Now, Claudia didn't think it at first, and she went out to try to prove herself, so maybe she get a little bit credit for that. I know she was my number 2, but maybe she get a little credit for that. But then she jumped to an immediate conclusion. Nope. She jumped to an immediate conclusion. Yeah, Walter Flynn is the mastermind behind all the chaos that's coming down on Tommy right now. He the one that brought in the four horsemen against Paula's judgment. He also talks to Paula like he's a nobody from time to time. He's like, "Hey, you're my cooler head, you're my smarter mind."
Consigliere.
Yeah, and then he turned him around. But Ken, one thing you said about Vic that I didn't. One thing you said about Vic that I didn't interrupt is they let their dad kind of manipulate them and control them. And listen, that's a family. At the same time, these aren't kids anymore. These are grown people that has been in the game just criminals. As long as they've been living, so they gotta know. Criminals. Yeah, listen, Jenard is a jerk, but even Jenard know the game come before the family. He might be wrong. but he's saying like the game come before family, man. I want to be.
It's a certain order it has to be done in.
Yeah.
Where the family come first, man. But my thing about Paulie kind of like it when Paulie was talking to Vicky, he was like, "You got a lot of pep in your step for knowing that your son just got hit and no girl died." It seemed like he was kind of saying, "Were you responsible for this?"
Exactly.
But so it kind of seemed like that. But he need to listen to Paulie.
He do. Paulie gonna
have
my number one. Himself.
My number one got to go is Claudia Flynn because she should know better.
She should know better.
She should know better. And since she don't, she needs to go. Since she don't, she needs to go. We already have talked about, because let's be honest, she's not needed anymore. We don't need her for Dahlia to move.
Nope.
We got our own two scientists. We got Liliana. We got our Baker, and everything's in the family with Tubby now. She can go. We don't need her anymore. And then on top of the fact, we already saw the last episode we did. She tried to go make that deal with Down behind the back of Tommy. She not falling in line. She not running the game how it needs to be ran. And now, at the first opportunity, her father gives her to have a little piece of pie over there on his side of the table. Then she go on being stupid. So she got to go.
What was she going anyway? What was she going to do anyway?
Try to kill Merkenich, look like.
You think so?
Looks like it.
Looked like she was going to a car though. Maybe I was wrong.
I think she was gonna sneak around it because they was at the club, at his club. Okay. I think she was going to try to kill Merkenich, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So my number one is already been said by both of you guys. Is Claudia Flynn. Keisha, you said she gets a pass because she questioned it at first. I would be in lockstep with you if she didn't start ghosting his calls. If she didn't start Merkenich stuff first and then start ghosting his calls, she would have had some justification. She immediately started ghosting his calls as soon as the dad said he wanted her in that war room.
Wait,
she still had her doubts at that moment.
I don't know if she was ghosting his calls. Well, she missed the first two calls, I think, because her dad was there, and then he was like, "You can answer it." And then he told her that oh no, you're right.
She let go. Right. The second one she let go, she saw it was time, and she let it go because she was like, the most important people are right here.
Yeah.
So she betrayed her partner because she wanted to get that seat at the table. It ain't been about her trying to start her own thing. It's about winning daddy's respect and being considered part of the family. That's what it's always been about. And for that, Claudia needs to go. She was a smart one.
And that's what she's missing.
Yep.
That's what she's missing. It shouldn't be about that. It should be about the game. It should be about the game. It should be about the movie. It shouldn't be about making daddy respect you. It's not, it's like a fairy tale, a cartoon for her. That's why she need to go, bro.
It's a video game. And
it's a dangling carrot.
And I'll comment on this. I'll make this comment, Keith. You said that, this week you could have had 5 guys to go, but, you had to will it down. I had to make an executive decision because obviously Jenard should have made my list. But I think the 2 Flynn kids they were the dumbest things on the show this week, and as a result, they had to get on the list. Walter Flynn is, he's got tenure. He'll be on the list forever. But the 2 kids
until he gone.
But the 2 kids were so dumb, so irrational that I gave Jenard a pass, even for him being an idiot. He's always that same idiot. And what you said, he's still loyal to the game above all else. Whether that's good or bad, at least he's making a stand and he ain't flip-flopping. These kids are flip-flopping, and that's why they're too weak, and that's why they made the list this week. I had to make an executive decision, and I didn't want to go with just the whole Flynn family. They each had legitimate explanations for why they made the list. That's why I had to go separate.
All right. I think Vic gets a pass because he's emotional, man. But I understand what you guys saying. Okay. Rob, you didn't have him on your list either.
I didn't have him on my list, but he don't get a pass because Tommy came and told him, and Tommy didn't have to tell him nothing. Tommy had everything set up, and he didn't do it. You already didn't listen one time, and you got and you got her killed, and now here you go again doing the same thing.
Same thing, man. Yep.
That's why.
That's why
he don't get nothing.
Yeah, I just wonder about Walter, man. I don't know if he would put the hit on with the Serbs, because he went and attacked the Serbs personally. After they tried to hit Vic. So
after they tried to hit him the first time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so I don't know why he would go back to them.
No one knew that Vic was leaving town, right? So Walter said you tried to run with Gloria. So how did Walter know? See, that's the thing. Vic should have even picked up on that. At least that was something that stuck out of me where he said you tried to leave with Gloria.
What I'm going to say is I don't know if Walter went to the Serbs and told them that, you know, Vic is going to be here, but I think Walter knew they was going to hit back. And he knew they was going to hit back soon, and he didn't do anything to try to prevent them from hitting back.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know, man.
I don't know about that either.
For him to know, for him to be surprised when she said Tommy was working with the Serbs, led me to believe that he was the one that worked with the Serbs to get it done. Because why would he be surprised that Tommy was working with it? But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
but then the Serbs also didn't really give a name. They just gave up the shooter.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. That's true too.
So we'll see. It was a good episode though. I got one last question that I missed in my reaction to you guys. How did D-Mac get the brick of Dahlia?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Unless Tommy had a brick in that place, which would be stupid, but that's the only way I can think of how he would get it.
In the episode, he said we ain't making enough of it to keep up with the demand. So he shouldn't have just random bricks laying around. And D-Mac is seen to be in a separate facility because he hasn't met up with his daddy. He's just doing money. So how did he get a brick of the Dahlia?
That was a writer's mistake there. That's
At the same time, he was also worried about getting 4 bricks. So it's somehow he was able to get his hands on that brick, and that was probably the only brick that he had the chance to get. So that's why he only had that one, which makes sense. But yeah, they didn't explain how he got it. So yeah, that's a plot hole.
Yeah.
All right, fellowshippers. Make sure you go in the comments, let us know what you thought about our Gots to Go. Give us your Gots to Go list. We enjoy reading them. And a lot of times you guys give us some insight that we didn't think about. So we'll see what happens. Big Ham, go ahead and close it up.
Thank y'all for coming to the Fellowship Hall with the Twins and Ralph. We hope you continue to ride with us as we look at the season finale on next week, as well as the other podcasts we're doing. We got Snowfall. We also have Bridgerton as well. So check those out when you get time. You can follow us at the Facebook at the Fellowship Hall. You can still ride with us here on YouTube at the Fellowship Hall. Like, subscribe, comment, interact with us. We do interact back. Also follow me on social media on Facebook at Raphael Hammond and on Instagram and Twitter at Hamdog22. I also will answer back. And until we see y'all next time, fellowshippers, be blessed.
Be blessed, fellowshippers.